Welcome back, everybody, to yet another short video of what's going on. I am your host, Jacob Carlson, and today in this short video, I just want to simply and briefly talk about maps. Now, why in this particular case? Well, as far back as I can possibly remember, I have had a strange and somewhat fascination with looking at maps at an early age, to the point where all of a sudden I forget when and where this took place, but I decided to grab a few blank sheets of white paper and some markers and just decided to draw some maps out of nowhere. To this day, I don't know where my initial fascination with maps and drawing maps came from, but ultimately, over the course of the rest of my life, all the way to the present day right now, it would really go to serve me well for years to come as a result. One of the first instances of drawing maps that apparently got a lot of people's attention right away was when I was in kindergarten, in elementary school of all places, of all times. Um, I'm in front of a dry erase board, one of those little whiteboards that you see in schools all the time these days, or at least back in my day, of course. And I took one of the black markers and decided to just freehand, without any rulers or any tracing equipment, the entire state of Arkansas, for instance. And now personally, I didn't think that this was very extraordinary by any stretch of the imagination. It was just a rough outline of the state that I happened to be born and raised in. So I didn't really think much of it until my other classmates, my other students, and as well as my kindergarten teacher and the other teachers in the entire school building actually came into the room and actually looked at it. And they were really impressed that I was able to do something like that, which honestly I thought other people could do that, but apparently nobody else at that moment of time could freehand an entire map of the state of Arkansas the way I did, apparently. So to this day, I really found that to be fascinating, but also quite perplexing. But moving on. The second instance where drawing maps would really help me out as well as help others out is when I'm already in high school. I'm in world history class, and out of the blue, one day, I forget the circumstances of how this happened, but my world history teacher at that time decided to ask me. Apparently, she heard about my map making skills for the past few years up to that point, and she decided to ask me if I can draw for her an entire map of China, of all places. And at first I was like, that's going to be a little bit difficult because the outline of the country of China is a little difficult for someone like me to try to understand, but also to try to outline carefully. So that's pretty much what I did. So I would do it twice because apparently, to hear her tell it, she kind of misplaced the first copy of the map. So I drew her a second one. It was really no big deal on my part. So I decided to do that. And that was a reminder to me personally at that point in time in high school that I really did develop a reputation around the entire school campus, both in elementary and high school at that time, that I was the amateur map maker that people would count on when it came to drawing maps of anything. So that's pretty much it on that. And then the third and final instance would be a couple years later, if not over a decade later in my life, when I'm a young adult, basically right here, right now. Around this time last week, to be exact, at the time of this video, I decided to start drawing maps again. I decided to make a list of all the countries on the planet Earth, over 190, maybe 200 countries at this point, quite the list at this point, and I'm thinking to myself, this could take a long time. So I decided to make the list alphabetical. So I started with the countries of Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, etc. Just go down the list and one by one make a rough outline of every single one of those countries on a piece of white paper. So that's basically what I did, and what I began doing just this time last week at the time of this video. So that's pretty much it on that. Making maps really helps me concentrate, it helps me focus, and it really was the gateway for me to learn about geography and how it affects human behavior as time goes by, and the history and the culture of people all around the world. It really has helped me out a lot, and basically looking back on it, my interest in maps, it was pretty much what pretty much started it all for me personally. So that's pretty much it on that. And with that all pretty much being said, right here, right now, my name is Jacob Carlson, and this has been a much shorter video of what's going on so far in my life. I started drawing some maps out of nowhere once again this time last week, and I look forward to drawing more maps in the near future. So there you go on that. Please, if you want to, like the video, comment something you like or don't like. If there's something about maps and map making and all that good stuff that you like or don't like, please let me know down in the comment section down below in this video or in any of my videos whatsoever, and all that good stuff. Press the red subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and all that stuff. Tripping over my own words right now. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a future upload on my YouTube channel anytime soon. Please share the video with all the people you know and love in life on social media, wherever you get your information and entertainment these days. And I will always ask that you please take care of each other out there, be nice to one another, and as always, I will see you in the next couple of videos. Okay, take care of yourselves out there. Stay warm, stay cool, stay safe, wherever you are in the world. Bye-bye.